What is up, you guys? I hope everyone is having an amazing day. Shout out Anis. No, I did not have the countdown with the music on it this time. However, that should be coming. That should be coming. Upgrades every single day. Every single day we make an upgrade. Yeah, let me get the link in the comments real quick so that everyone can get on if they want to get on. If you guys want to join me on the stream, make sure you check out that the comment right there. This is the link if you want to come in and ask me a question. Yeah, guys, we're doing it. I just want to talk real quick about something that's near and dear to my heart. Simply, maybe I need to make sure that that it's being charged, right? So every single day we're upgrading, right? Every single day we're upgrading. Anis, I love this, man. There's only one person on the live, like the old days, man, like the old days. But you know, this is the game. This is the game. Constant improvement. How do you consistently improve? Whether that's in your mind, whether that's in your game, whether that's physically, whether that's mentally, whether that's emotionally, relationally, whatever it is. How do you improve? You have to understand well, first of all, you need to understand where you need to improve, but also you need to understand where the heck, like, where's the information coming from, right? So we often think about it like, I get this all the time. I want to improve the basics. I want to improve the general aspect of the game. It's not how it works. It's not how it works. I don't just generally improve. At the beginning, you do. When I was 5 years old, I didn't know how to run, jump, kick a ball, whatever. I did have to work on the basics. Right now, if you're saying I need to work on the basics, you're in the wrong headspace, the wrong perspective, right? At the end of the day, right now, you're at a point. If you're 14 to 20, you're at the point where you need to be focusing on the specifics. Right? You need to be focused on the specifics of their game, because the game is hard to master if you're playing one position, let alone trying to master the basics, trying to master the whole game. That's very, very difficult to do. And no one's done it. No one has done it. Carlos Puyol cannot play forward. Pirlo cannot play forward. Pirlo can't play out wide like Ronaldo can or whatever. So the idea that you're trying to master the basics and all this stuff is it doesn't work. It doesn't work. So you need to make sure that you guys are getting in the mindset of saying, at the end of the day, you need to get in the mindset of saying, these are the things that I need to work on. These are the skills that I need to work on day to day. These are the things that I need to work on every single day, and go and work on them. Simple as that. And most of those are very specific, right? When I say specific as well, I want to preface this, and then we'll bring the boy Rafaz on. But when it comes to when I talk about specifics, right? You have to have I was reading a book. Here it is. Oops, there's my dog. I was reading this book right here, Mastery, right? Mastery. And you have to understand that it starts with a general perspective, right? It all starts with a general perspective. Can I understand the game in which I'm playing, right? Can I understand the game in which I'm playing? Once you understand the game, once you play the game long enough, once you do enough in that arena, whatever it is, once you do enough in that arena, once you start mastering it, then you can start adding your own little flavor to it, right? So the reason I started saying, oh, you need to work on your strengths, right? You need to know your strengths and work on your strengths. It comes from a place of, you should already know how the game is played. You should already know, the rules and regulations of the things that you're playing. Some of you guys, have trouble with that. I mean, I'm coaching kids, don't know how to take a throw in. So guess what I have to do? I have to scale it back a little bit and be like, okay, this is how you take a throw in. Once we do that, then you can start doing a little running throw in, or dragging the foot, or whatever you want to do, or a little Rory Delap. But you can't do that until you know the rules of how to take a throw in. So when I say specific to you guys, you first have to know the general perspective and the general understanding of what you're doing. So if I'm a center defensive mid, I need to know the general places I need to be. A lot of you guys, whether it's center defensive mid, outside back, left mid, right mid, whatever it is, goalkeeper, whatever it is. A lot of you guys don't even know the proper positioning and the proper movements. Once you know the proper positioning and the proper movements, now you can add a little bit of flair. Now you can be Andrea Pirlo or N'Golo Kante or, you know, Casemiro or whoever it is, right? Whoever your center mid or center defensive mid or right back or whatever your position is of choice, you have to first understand the position, and then you can add your little style and flavor onto it. Let's bring Rafaz on, and let's get this question in. Rafaz.
How's it going, Andrew? Nice to meet you. Yeah, so literally straight in. How can we not feel guilty for like taking a few days off or whatever?
Can you guys
especially
hear him?
When, you know.
Can you hear him, Anis? Can't hear you, bro.
Can you hear me now?
There we go.
Okay. Yeah, so how can we stop feeling guilty if that feeling does come up when we want to take a few days off or when we just want to like reset or something?
Bro, take the days off, man. Honestly, this whole idea. So so my whole goal, and I've been thinking about this recently. When you are learning a new skill, when you are learning something new, whatever that is, a new way of playing, a new way of thinking, whatever it is, you're learning a new language. There's a new language. Whether you're learning whether you're a programmer and you're learning code, or you're learning the game of soccer, you're learning a new language, right? Especially if you go to like a different country. I went to Germany. I was in England. I was in the US. It's a different language, not necessarily the language of the culture, but language of the game, right? Different games. Anything you do, you got to look at it from the aspect of I'm learning a new language, right? So when I'm trying to develop a new language for footballers, this idea of no days off, it's not. First of all, it's not true. You see Ronaldo on yachts all the time. I mean, the guy takes days off. Period. So this idea of no days off is correct, but it's not correct language. That's why I'm trying to restructure this whole idea of language, right? The idea is no days off from the goal, right? From the goal. It's not no days off. Like I can take some days off from physical activity, but I can't take days off in the idea that I'm going to go ride my motorbike 150 miles per hour. No, that's not the smart thing to do. I'm not going to go do something illegal that's going to jeopardize my career. I'm not going to, do some sort of drug that's going to affect me mentally. Like being tuned in does not necessarily, and this is why I've changed the idea of like 100%. Let's go 100% focus, 100% focus. When you watch a pro train, they're not going 100%. They're not going 100%. Why would Ronaldo go all out in a training session when if he got injured, now the club is out millions and millions of dollars per game? Doesn't make sense. So he's going 100% mentally. He's getting ready for the game mentally. Focus, 100% focus, not 100% physical. So that's where you got to get that's where I'm trying to change the language, right? So when you say no days off, it's no days off from the goal. So every single day I'm doing something to get towards that goal. Now, if my body's a little bit sore, if I need to rest, that's up to you. Because people ask me all the time, yo, I'm sore. Should I rest? I'm like, I don't feel what you're feeling. I have no idea. Some days I'm sore. I have to go and work. Like I was sore yesterday. I still had to go put my workout in because I scheduled it based on what I knew I had to do. Right now, if I was sitting here with a pulled muscle or something like that, I'm not going to do necessarily the things that have to be done, whether that's legs or whatever it is. For me, I broke 2 years ago, I broke my shoulder, right? I'm not going to go in the gym and be like, oh, no days off. I got to do shoulders. Like I'm still taking days off physically, but mentally I'm still watching film. I'm still doing the right things because my goal is still the same. Right. So the idea of no days off, I think people are saying, and I've said it before. When I was a kid, I was like, no days off. I cannot take a day off. And that came from a place of, if I take a day off, I feel like I'm going to get lazy, right? And that's where most people come from. And I get that. I just told my fiance earlier, I said, yo, we probably have to go every single day simply because if we don't go every single day, we'll get into a little routine because we know each other. We're going to get into a little routine of not going to the gym. So even if we go and Actually, here's another point. It could be no days off of going to the gym. However, doesn't mean I have to go and just go all out, right?
Exactly.
So if you're like me, when I said, yo, no days off because I don't want to get lazy, then you can go to the gym every single day, but you don't have to put in hard physical work every single day. Maybe just go and walk on the treadmill, but you're still cultivating that grind and that consistency, right?
Yeah. And okay, cool. And then we got news yesterday that our football training starting back 8th of March. And now
Right.
it's the 23rd. So if you were in my position where you're coming back to team training, it's just training, competitive game start end of March. So what would your routine be if you were in my shoes, for example?